We're back with the power bar strategy, one of the most famous strategies on my YouTube channel. As a matter of fact, the original Lone Wolf Trader power bar strategy had over 35,000 views. One of my most popular YouTube videos, over 80 comments on this one strategy, and more I see this strategy pop up all the time inside of the private VIP group. So today we're going to revisit this really powerful strategy, and let me share with you guys exactly how this works. So what you're going to be doing is using a 2-minute time frame with a 1-minute expiry. So yes, that means that you can trade with live markets if you want to. I'll be using OTC during this video, and all you need is just one indicator, which is the Awesome Oscillator. It's right over here up on the indicators menu. Just over here, you'll find it, Awesome Oscillator. So go ahead and select that. And there's only 2 modifications to this indicator that you will need to do. So right down here, it's going to appear at the bottom of the chart, and you will find a little pencil icon here just to the right of the name, and go ahead and click on that. And then for the inputs, you will want to enter in 1 for the period. The period short is going to be 1, and then the long period will be 100. So I'll give you a moment to go ahead and do that. And for the styles, there's really nothing that you need to change right there. Okay, we've got 2 bars. We've got a red bar and we have a green bar. So, but these settings really work really well. Now for the chart type, set the time frame to 2-minute candles. And then over here on the expiry, you're going to want to set this to 1 minute. And the strategy is very simple to do. It's very straightforward. What you're going to do, when a new 2-minute candle appears on the chart, okay? A new 2-minute candle, because each one of these candles represents 2 minutes, right? So we have to wait for a new one. So let's just say right at the moment, it needs about 32 seconds before a new 2-minute candle appears. And once that does appear, what we're going to do is glance and look down quickly at the Awesome Oscillator to see what this bar is doing. It's going to be the bar in the front of all these other bars. All these other bars in the past don't really matter that much. It's the bar in the very front that matches up with the 2-minute candle. So we've got 2 minutes to go. Look at that. 1 more second. There's the new 2-minute candle. So what do? We glance down here really quick, and what does this bar say? It's a green bar. So therefore, we will make a buy. If it's a red bar, we will make a sell. Now, if you lose the trade, right, if it's a loss, you have a second chance to re-enter again. Okay? So you can re-enter in the same direction, just twice. And if that's a loss, then it's time to look for a new setup. Now, looking at the market, looking at the price and how the chart looks, there is another thing that you can do. I would say, yeah, I'd recommend this because this is something that I do. I look for a trend before I get ready to start trading. So this could be an upward trend or downward trend. And trading in a sideways market, it works pretty well too. I've gotten plenty of wins using this strategy in a sideways market. So, but right now, overall, we've got an upward trend going on here, right? Let's go ahead and change the chart. Odd CHF, and this is going a little bit sideways. You see the difference there? So this is kind of going up and down sideways. It's kind of zigzagging up and down. And right here, look at that. It's starting to take off to the upside, right? We might hit a little resistance there once it gets to the top. But that's okay. But at the moment, it's trending up. And you can see the bars on the Awesome Oscillator are also trending on the top side of the oscillator. Look at that. So all the bars are on the top side because it's separated with this little 0 here over on the right. And so this is a great indication that we may be going up. So this is what we're going to be looking at. And that's what makes this so powerful. This was invented by the one and only Lone Wolf Trader. Haven't seen him in a while, but once in a while he comes out of the woodwork. He is the lone crusader that lives far, far away. And when he comes out with a strategy, it is something like you've never seen before. And many of our members in the private group love this strategy. So we're talking about it all the time. So now I'm bringing it back to the surface, and I'm going to share it with you today. So let's go ahead and jump in here and let's get started. Okay. So the first thing is to make sure that the capital or the balance that I have inside a pocket option, right now I have 3901.71 because we reached over 3,900 in the last video, which was really, really cool. And so I'll make sure that I have that entered in on the trade manager. The first trade is going to be 271. So that's already entered in there. So I've already prepared myself. We've got 10 more seconds before the next, or before a new 2-minute candle. So let's prepare, guys. Here we go. Doesn't matter what color of the candle is, but it does matter what the color of the bar is down here. Okay. So that's something to pay close attention to. We can look and see if it's on a trend, right? However, the trade enter, or the way the criteria in which we enter the trade must match, and we must look at the colors of the bars inside of the indicator. That's how we determine whether we're going to buy or sell. Okay, so that's kind of like the most important part. That's what makes this strategy not only effective, but actually very simple. And it's very easy to remember too as well, which is what I like about it. So let's see what's going on here. So now the candle has 2 minutes. It has 1 minute to go on the candle, but the expiry is only 1 minute. So we've only got 4 more seconds to go. And so far, so good. And it looks like it's a win, guys. It's not always going to be a win. But when we do have a win, I'll come back over here to the trade manager. And by the way, if you guys want to get a hold of the trade manager, it's a spreadsheet with a highly advanced algorithm that allows you to win even if you have some losses. It goes way above and beyond martingale. And it's how a lot of our members are staying consistently profitable inside of the private group. I will leave a link down below in the description. I'll also post a link to the top of the comments there if you guys want to check it out. But this thing is a strategy. It is an edge in itself, pretty much. But enough about that. Let's jump back in here. So we've completed that. I will click on new session, which marks one session completed. And let's go ahead and continue. So 271. All right, so we've got 2 more seconds. Boom, there's a red. I will go ahead and enter, just like that. You choose the chart that you want, and you do exactly what the bar says, not what you think it's going to do, right? Because a lot of times, I don't know if it's going to be a short. Maybe I'll take a long. Well, then you're not really doing the strategy, right? And I know it's a little frustrating sometimes because I've looked at entries that I didn't want to take, because I didn't believe it was going to go, if it was a good idea to do a buy, and it looked more like a sell, but I still just took the buy anyway, because I'll never know how to improve my strategy if I keep going against my strategy, is what I'm trying to say. So I always stick to the rules as much as possible. I mean, I don't always, I have my little slip ups and stuff where I'll get in a hurry or whatever, but I would say like 95% of the time, I try to stick to the rules of the strategy, because how am I going to know if it's really effective or if it's really working if I don't do that? So we've got 1 more second to go, and it looks like that is an L. So if you have an L, what I'm going to do is just go ahead and mark this with an L over here. And let's keep doing this, guys. Okay, we're not going to focus a whole bunch on the trade manager today. We're just going to focus on the strategy 271. And I made a mistake right there. I went ahead and cleared the session, even though it was not it was not an ended session. Not sure why I did that, Maybe I didn't drink enough coffee today. That's probably what it is. But so we mark that with an L, and then we've got another trade here to do, which is going to be 565. So the trade manager provides those trade amounts for you. 565. Once you've entered that, you have that in there, just go ahead and prepare for the next trade. We've got about 12 seconds to go on this 2-minute candle right here, and 6 more seconds, and then I'll be looking down here at the awesome oscillator. I don't know, I want to say the power bar so bad, but there we go. So the next bar is a green bar, so I will go ahead and enter a buy. And so we're going to go ahead and wait this out. And that's it. Like, there's really not much to it. I mean, it's really straightforward, and I think it's a really great strategy if you do not like the shorter expiry times. You know, you don't like trading with 3 seconds or 5 seconds inside of Pocket Option. You know, you want something that where it takes a little bit more time to kind of maybe it'll be a little bit more accurate because you're working with a little bit of a higher time frame. Some of you may like that, and I'm with you. If you've got the patience for it, unlike me, you know, sometimes I don't always have the patience to wait around for a 2-minute candle or something like that. It's just me. I just have a short attention span, and a lot of times on these videos, I want to get the trades done. So, but let's just go ahead and see what this is going to do. So that's another L. Okay, nothing to get discouraged about. Pretty normal. 1179. There we go. And we've got 46 seconds left. And this is why it's so important to have the money management in place, because a lot of traders out there, especially those ones using Pocket Option, they just don't really have any strategy, no edge, no management. They don't know what to do if they lose a trade. Well, this really takes out the guesswork and gives us those trade amounts for us. So let's just keep going here. We've got about 3 more seconds to go. And did I enter that? 1179. Let's go ahead and make it a buy. Looking pretty good. Yeah, pretty simple. Just, I mean, you can pretty much just enter the trade, you know, go get a bottle of Gatorade or a Monster or Red Bull or whatever you guys want to do, and then come back. Now, don't drink that stuff. That's probably not the most healthiest thing, but you know what I'm saying. I mean, you've got time, you know. You could probably do this, you know, on the phone or whatever. But we just follow the rules. That's all we do on these strategies, and make sure that we're doing everything correctly. But this is cool, and the Lone Wolf is a pretty popular guy. I've only spoke to him a couple times because he doesn't come around that often. But man, when he does, he comes out of the woodwork, and it's unexpectedly too. He just shows up out of the middle of nowhere. And all of a sudden, he just starts posting these videos because he works so hard on his strategies. And there we go. And sometimes he posts on my videos. So Lone Wolf, if you're out there, leave a comment below. And if he does comment, I think all you guys should comment and give him a thumbs up too, because if it wasn't for him, you know, we wouldn't have this strategy. So that session has ended. And let's make sure that that I got the capital right, because I ended the session before it was profitable, and I don't know what I was doing, man. I was just getting a little ahead of myself there. Yeah, let me correct this, guys. 3906.69. 3906.69. I had to pause the video for a second because I was sneezing. Guys, I need to clean my office. I've got like 1 inch of dust on this desk, and it's been over a year since I've cleaned everything off. I got to dust the whole thing anyway. That's what I'm doing today. But I'm like sneezing in my office. I don't sneeze anywhere else. I come in here because it's like infested with dust and probably got skin cells and stuff. You know, I don't want to gross you guys out or anything, but you know what I'm saying. You know, things get just a little bit out of hand. And it's amazing. You'll just sit there, and a year and 2 years, 3 years will go by. And man, I got to clean the place up a little bit. So 3906, looking pretty good. And yeah, I like it. So let's go ahead and continue. 271. So now we're back to the smaller trade size. You see how that works? So we're in profit. Okay. And we're trading back with that smaller size there. Now we've got 1 more minute. So far, so good. We kind of broke out of this. Yeah, so we have a little bit of a little slight breakout there of this area. So that's cool. Just, or I guess you could call it a higher high there. And yeah, so far, so good. working good for me. And I just try to keep trading as simple as possible. You know, it's really hard. I'm telling you guys, on these YouTube videos, it's really hard to make everybody happy. Some of you say, I like the longer videos, and I appreciate you because I like the longer videos sometimes. But some of you don't like the longer videos. Some of you say I talk too much. Some of you guys say I don't talk enough. So you can't, some of you guys don't like the balance that I have. You get upset. Well, Mark, that's a lot of money. We don't have that much money. And I get it. I've made videos with smaller accounts and I'll do that. As a matter of fact, maybe tomorrow I'll make another small account video. But here we go. One more second. What's it going to be, guys? It is a red. And I just don't feel good about taking a sell. But then if I didn't, I'd be going against the rules of the strategy, right? I mean, we're going on an upward trend here. And I could wait for a green bar. Okay, so that's something that you guys could do. If it's on an upward trend, then just take only the green bar trades. Or just take trades on the green bar only. So that's something that you can do. But I did enter a sell, and look what's happening. It's coming down. I'm telling you, it's the lone wolf. He knows what's going on. He may have connections or something. Probably like maybe somebody at Pocket Option. He could be the ultimate insider. Maybe, possibly, I don't know. When you think it should have been a buy, but you sell against the trend and it still wins, something's up. So let's go back over here. Mark that with a win, and we've completed another session. Now my balance is 3,909. Going to be 3,910 here on the next trade. I'm telling you guys got to try this out. So 271, and we've got 20 more seconds. I'm on the same chart, guys. This is OTC. This is not even a live market or anything like that. What's supposedly supposed to be a little risky. Yeah, man, I got to dust this desk off because it's just like, it's time, dude. It's time. All right, here we go. I'm going to take a sell. I don't want to take a sell. I really don't. Why do I want to take a buy? I mean, it's doing a little bit of a pullback. So naturally, I feel like, well, I want to take a buy because it's going up, right? You guys see what I'm saying? So like, look, see, right? But that just really goes to show that we don't really know what it's going to do. We just really don't. You know, everything's 50-50 anyway, right? But I don't know. Maybe it'll flip back. We've got 23 seconds. Now, what if it is a loss? Well, let's prepare for the next trade. Let's just consider it a loss. 566. And you can do this. Okay, 566. And let's just take the next one. But look, it's flipped around. What's going on here? So wait, it didn't go against us like I thought it was. I wanted to do a buy, but I made a sell following the rules of the power bar. Oh man, this thing's got me. So, all right, let's go ahead, and that was a win. That was not a loss. Let's go ahead and mark that session completed. And this is going to be your homework for today. Yes. Power bar strategy inside a Pocket Option. Try it out, guys. It's not so stressful because I don't have to take trades within 5 seconds or nothing like that. It's not fast, so we can't call it the fast power bar, right? That's that name kind of sounds kind of lame anyway, but try it out. And had a lot of fun with this one. If you guys want to grab the trade manager, hey, you're free to do so. I've got a website down below. You can see all the incredible results that our other members are getting with the trade manager, and all that stuff is right on the website, and you can really find out if this is going to be the right thing for you. Trading is risky, the results are not guaranteed, and let's face the facts. Most traders lose money, right? So please be careful. Do not trade with more than you're willing to lose, guys. Wish you all the best of success, and we'll see you on the next video. Have a wonderful day. Take care.